In this math course and in most of your math courses, you will be required to use an equation editor in order to enter your math equations, your fractions, anything with exponents, just so that it is formatted correctly. So you can see here I have a quiz open, and for this particular question I'm going to need to enter a fraction. So I'm going to need to use the equation editor. Looking at the toolbar I currently have, there is no equation editor. That's because this is a simple toolbar. To see the complete toolbar, you need to go over to the right. And there are two arrows pointing down. That means we can show more of our toolbar. And if I click on that, you'll get some more formatting options. The one we are looking for is the f of x. That is our math editor. And if you hover over that, it'll actually say Launch Math Editor. So I'm going to click on that and I will get a pop-up. Unfortunately, it pops up off my screen, so let me move it down. And this is our equation editor. This is where we can enter all of our math information. So let's say my answer for this particular problem is -2.5. Okay. I can go ahead and put in my negative. I'm going to use my keyboard to type the negative and the 2, and then I'm going to use the fraction button, okay, which is the first button on here, to put in a fraction. Now you'll see it pops up an empty fraction. It's got a box in the numerator and a box in the denominator where I can type my numbers. And I said it was -2.5, so I'm going to put a 1 in my numerator. I'm going to use my arrow key on my keyboard to move down into the denominator and type my 2. You don't hit enter. If you hit enter, it'll create a new line, and we don't want to create a new line. If this is my answer and I want to put this in, then I will click accept. And when I click accept, it will disappear. The editor box will disappear, and the answer will appear in our text box for this particular problem. Okay. So let's go down to another problem. I'm just going to do a separate example here. If I'm going to do an exponent, which the answer to this would not be an exponent, I'm still going to use my f of x button. Okay. Move my equation editor box. So let's say the answer is supposed to be something like 5 raised to the 3rd power. So I would type my 5, and I'm going to use the exponent box. So up here in my list in my table is the 3rd button over. That's our superscript. I'm going to click on that, and it'll put a little exponent box there for me. And I'm going to type my 3, and then I'm going to accept. Okay. If you need to edit your answer, let's say you think it's wrong, if you click on it and right-click, you can go down the toolbar and edit your equation. Okay, and it'll pop up and it'll have your equation in it. So let's say I needed to add something to this. Maybe I needed to add +6 or something. I could add that in. Okay. So this is how you use the equation editor. Make sure anytime you're entering things like fractions or exponents, you use this editor if you want to receive credit for your problems. If you have any questions, please make sure you put them in the discussion board under the Help Me forum that I have set up in our class, and I will answer those, or maybe your classmates will answer them as we get time.